on the start, but there's Bowman in 6th place in the 48.
I think that's the benefactor. Oh, we got it. Denny's around.
Denny Hamlin, and
Zane
around
Smith.
goes Zane Smith. And we're going to be under caution. Oh, Josh Berry in the wall for the Wood brothers.
You see the right rear broke on that 38 car.
Lock it down.
Lap 63. Officially second caution. Or is it the third?
And Denny Hamlin is just at the end of that stack up and checks up and gets hit from behind.
Yep.
From the 38.
Almost had it saved.
And you saw Zane Smith hit the door of the 2 car right there and spin out. That happens a lot. You hit that right front end of the door, and all of a sudden the car will just whip around.
Still out there. On you, tied out back.
Just accordioned on him.
Outside.
Boy, Hamlin did a nice job of keeping that car going forward as it slammed down from the banking onto the flat.
Yeah, he actually went down on the flat, and then the back of the car started to come around, and it actually hooked the banking with that right rear tire and straightened it out. Did a great job right there saving the car.
Unfortunately, poor Josh Berry wasn't doing anything wrong, and he's probably got the most damage out of all of them. The right rear toe link is broke on Zane Smith, but they'll be able to fix that, I would think.
Leader Blaney is his wingman. Right behind in the high lane as we go back to green, Alex Bowman on the bottom ahead of Bubba Wallace, a Chevy and a Toyota.
I think Logano missed something happened with a shift or something. Stack that outside lineup and the wrecking.
Oh, crash. Ross Chastain, Castroneves, and others. Chase Briscoe, the pole sitter.
I hit there. I don't know what the hell the guy on the bottom's there. Just get it rolling. Take care of it.
Is Denny Hamlin in that as well?
Well, I think a lot of them just took evasive.
Now the power, obviously everybody's going by, starts stacking them up one by one all the way back. Accordion effect happens. Then Chastain gets turned up into LEO.
Yep, John Hunter Nemechek got the corner of Chastain, which went up and into the wall.
And then there's Kyle Busch spinning around back there, product of that penalty. Mistakes bite people, bite these teams each and every week.
And that's the exact scenario that they got into last year, as we see another angle here.
Watch that green and white car as things stack up, gets tipped and comes down. Didn't drive into Chastain, but got tipped down there.
The further that accordion's back, the harder those hits get, and eventually somebody gets spit out and sent up the racetrack.
Riley Herbst involved, Justin Allgaier, and more. Whoa.
Poor Elio.
Let's ride with Castroneves. And Kyle Busch, who restarted at the back under penalty.
Other than that little bit of right front damage, I don't think he's as bad as I thought he was, Kevin.
Let's go back to Ross Chastain.
Upper goes. Man, caught it.
Castroneves. Boy, he has taken some shots this week.
He has, and you know, I look at those shots. Chastain, Castroneves, you see their heads snapping around. Those are big hits.
An accordion-style pileup at lap 71.
This tax season, do more than just catch up. spring forward with a free 5G phone with select Straight Talk plans. So you can spring for those new sneakers they need. Oh, those are nice. The unlimited streaming he needs.
Too, and if they miss it, he's going to be around them. Huge pushes off of John Hunter Nemechek behind him. Look at this.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Late
on
by
that block.
Stenhouse.
He's still trying. He's up.
Trying to squeeze it. Couldn't do it. Into the wall goes Logano. And with him goes Blaney and Gregson and Chase Elliott.
Got a little greedy there, Kevin.
And it all happened at 5th place.
Yeah.
5th to 25th.
And you see the left front of Stenhouse's car torn up. 22.
Get it back to the box here.
What an effort. What a run. All comes to an end.
Had one of the best 2 or 3 cars here, as did his teammate Joey Logano.
I don't know if we're going to make it back, Paul.
And Logano's against the wall in the short chute between turn 4 and the start-finish line. Just trying to make it back, and it won't steer, except to the right.
I don't think he's going to be able to get it back. He's super frustrated, I can only imagine.
Well, this place is the scene of triumph and heartbreak.
Stop there moving records out here to you now.
That right rear being broke's the reason.
Tight. Joey lifts out of the gas, and I think that in-car camera out of Joey's, you know, the hole is closed right there, opens briefly, and Logano is just, he's there, and Stenhouse is not given, and it's caught a lot of cars up in this at the end. I mean, it's just 2 guys that don't want to give. I mean, we're 15 laps to go. I think in that scenario, Stenhouse doesn't want to give up the track position, and Logano feels like the block was too late, and he is probably a little bit frustrated.
Oh, he's frustrated.
Yeah, you heard him lift a couple times right there.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, the 47, it was pretty clear he wasn't going to give him that spot.
Nope.
Full commitment. That's what you expect out of both of those guys.
Big hits.
This is Kyle Busch. And Ryan Blaney. Now, how about that Jones boy?
Things parted.
That's what this race is, right? Sometimes it parts for you, and sometimes it swallows you up.
That 43
yeah, look at him back
scoots
here.
right through.
Wow.
Reminds me of what Richard Petty often said here. I'd rather be lucky than good any day.
Well, now the door's open. You've got LaJoie leading, Nemechek, Austin Dillon, Bell, Jones.
I don't think that 9 car's hurt near as bad as I thought it was originally.
Splitter looks like
It is at this point, Clint. You just have to take whatever's behind you and try to hang on to it.
This isn't the scenario that I think I would want if I was a teammate, you know, with being door to door with my teammate Hamlin and Bell for the front.
Whoa! Gets Bell into the wall.
Off of the front
Off of Custer, and up in the air goes Ryan Preece, and for the second time in his career, he is flipping at Daytona. Good grief.
Off the front bumper. We were talking about the lap before. Custer got to his bumper. That thing went side to side, and he couldn't hold on to it. It was one too many.
Ryan Preece, a couple of years ago here, flipped down the backstretch after getting caught in the grass. There is Christopher Bell with the window net down. That signifies to the rescue workers that he is okay. Same with Ryan Preece. So much promise for this new ride with RFK Racing, and great speed in that car.
Get worse and worse as they come down through this straightaway. Starts there, starts dancing around across the front bumper. Some more here, gets crossed up. Rest is history. There it goes. Now watch the 60 car, Preece. Bam!
Yeah, you saw the...
Gets up on the... That's wild. I've never seen a car do that. That shows how fast they go.
And they pile up behind him. This is from Eric Jones. Oh.
Oh. You think these guys aren't tough?
A devastating crash for Ryan Preece. An incredible camera work by our Fox crew.
I'm so glad to see that window net down and him be able to get out of that thing. Whew, that's scary.
It's unbelievable what it looks like when these cars get caught by the air like that. And I'm with you, Clint. I've never seen one take off with a wheelie like that. But they just flip around like they don't weigh 3,600 pounds.
Well, nothing weighs that much at 186 miles an hour.
Saw the airbox just blow away. The right front tucked up underneath the A-post there.
Car did its job, though.
And he walked away.
So many safety enhancements in these race cars.
So that will likely send us to overtime. It happens on lap 196.
Who's left?
Unbelievable.
We saw the side of that car face the wind, and the roof flaps had not yet come up, and that creates that pressure differential between air over the car and under the car that sends it tumbling.
Well, just like we said, though, I've never seen a car wheelie like that. The roof flaps won't work.
Yep.
Whoa. I've been there. That's a bad feeling. Did you hear how quiet it got?
Now you see him tuck his head right there.
Looking back at Cole Custer from Christopher Bell.
Yeah, and that Bell car just, it was just not capable of being pushed. And I'd say that that's a lot of the reason that we hadn't seen him up there all night, because that car isn't accepting pushes well. But at this point in the race, you have to just put yourself in a position to throw it all out there and hope that this doesn't happen.
Well, and that's exactly what he did. That's why these guys are where they are in the sport and in their life. See, they do not give up, and they go for it.
Preece got all that air under the nose, and you're right, it looked like it was going to just take off straight ahead. And I think he would have settled down had the car not turned and been side to the wind. And that's what sent it tumbling.
Those shots when that car lands right there, I know we're in slow motion right now, but the impact that goes through your back and spine and neck, and especially when you can't see what direction the next hit is coming from to brace yourself. Right as the camera went out, we saw him start to duck his head and just, hold on to the steering wheel to brace yourself. That's what I would do. You see a lot of guys just let go of the steering wheel things now. I always held on to that steering wheel until it yanked it out of my hands.
I agree. There is no worse feeling in the world than that.
10 car Kyle Larson, Brad Keselowski.
It couldn't get off the front end of Eric Jones's car too, and I mean I can't help but to think that wind off of that car or something kind of kept it wheeling, so to speak, and up in the air a little bit. You can see how that Eric Jones's car had the underbody tore up underneath the driver's door.
Oh, now the roof flap deploys.
What's going backwards?
Yep. Yeah, it was kind of, the right one was up a little bit when it took off, but I think like Clint said, the whole thing's confused when it took off in a wheelie.
Watch his wheels starting to, he'll drive this thing in a minute.
I like his strategy. Hold on to the wheel.
With your thumbs out of the spokes.
Yeah, and every time you get hit like that, it's like a full impact whiplash. And a lot of times, in this car, it happens so fast that you hit the extensions on the Hans. The Hans bottoms out. You go backwards, slap your head against the back of the seat, and it happens so quick inside the car that you can't control your head. See the back of that car up into the wall. I'm glad it flipped over the right direction to hit the wall with the back, at least not be upside down. See the airbox floating in the air right there. Unbelievable shots, Mike.
Amazing camera work.
Just a very unique scenario right there with those cars ramping tires like that and getting the front of the car up there like that.
Right there, when that car gets sideways, more pressure under the car than air pressure over, it's going to tumble.
If you back that up a second, if you guys can, when it hit Eric Jones's car, you saw see the underbody and the header bend down and created that. There's so.
As Cindric comes to the inside to block Hamlin, goes back up to pick up Custer. Here they come. White flag. It's one to go, and Herbst is around.
Hang on to it. Still green, still green. He saved it. It will be official if that caution comes out. Pay attention to this.
Final time. Caution light at the bottom of the screen.
You see Austin Cindric doing a great job driving in the mirror, doing his block. A quick move on the outside with Denny Hamlin.
Here comes the Ford to his inside. LaJoie, there'd be pushes on both sides. Custer goes to the outside.
And they crash. Hamlin gets turned into the wall.
Oh, my gosh. Still green.
Trying to let the leaders race back. Here they come.
Still green. It could be a two-time winner here. William Byron.
Nemechek, Reddick. Off turn 4 and to the flag. Checker is waving, and William Byron has won the 500 for the second year in a row.
Holy cow. He's going to get to the outside of Austin Cindric with a quick move off of turn 2, but those guys had such a gap right there, it just drug everybody to them. And when Cole Custer gets to Denny Hamlin, he's at a high rate of speed, gets on the outside, and you see they just all run out of room right there.
Man, they were going for it. Briscoe, this teammate, went to the back bumper at Hamlin as they came to the inside of him, the outside of him. They were going for it. You can't ask for any better than that. 3 wide.
And as they crashed, only William Byron and Tyler Reddick got by. Everyone from third on back.
And that's why all these guys tell you leading up